What's the deal, family? Welcome back to another SOS podcast. I am Cameron, and this is my beautiful wife, Erin. What's going on, babe?
Hello. What are we sipping on?
Just a tropical blend Italian soda from Whole Foods.
Another non-crafted cocktail. Lovely. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, we're done with dry January.
Still dry.
Yep, we're still dry. This is good though.
See?
Quite tasty. It's actually really good.
I know.
Did you enjoy dry January?
I mean, yeah.
Well, it's kind of like I called it drip drop January.
I feel
because,
like
we
when
actually
someone
had a
asks,
couple
did you
cocktails.
enjoy dry January? It's almost like, are you an alcoholic? I feel like if you say no, I didn't enjoy it, like you might need to go check yourself into NAA or whatever it's called. What is it? NAA? AA, whatever. That place. Like, I just feel like if you answer that, it's just like, I might be a little worried.
That doesn't mean that you can't crave like a drink or two.
Crave?
Or like have the desire, like maybe you went out with friends and everyone else had a cocktail and
you didn't.
And so it was like, that was kind of a bummer. But I mean,
yeah.
So not necessarily crave,
But
but from the social aspect.
Yeah, I didn't miss it.
That actually, I know this isn't like necessarily what we were planning to talk about, but do you think that drinking should be a social thing? Because I feel like right now it's very trendy to stop drinking. And we're seeing a lot of non-alcoholic bars pop up. We're seeing a lot of people lean into making mocktails. We're even seeing a lot of bars at restaurants or just regular cocktail bars offering non-alcoholic like spirits and crafted cocktails. So what are your thoughts on this new wave of like stopping drinking?
I like it just because it's saving or could potentially be saving people who may be overindulged in the turn up.
Okay.
So I'm not mad at it. I feel like if you drink, cool. If you don't, like, just at the end of the day, be responsible, because even if you're drinking pop, it's still, I guess, bad for you, whatever the case may be.
Right.
So none of us are, I mean, I ain't gonna say none of us, but most people aren't just like these super, super healthy, conscious people. So I just like, if you're doing a social, cool. If not, cool.
Anything in moderation.
Yeah,
Well, not anything, but like,
I know what you meant.
Yeah. But like, if as long as you are doing it in moderation, you think it's fine.
Yeah.
Would you ever stop drinking?
Would I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I mean, remember, I started late technically, so.
Yeah, you were a late bloomer.
Yeah, I didn't. Honestly, it wasn't until me and you really started dating where I felt like, oh yeah, like this is a thing. If you think about it, I really didn't start getting into it until we went to, what was that jazz bar in DC where we had wine? I was like, this is pretty decent. The same jazz bar where you stopped talking to me at?
Yeah. We went back there?
We went there like
twice?
3 or 4 times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place is cute.
Yeah. So I think the vibe sometimes
it adds to the experience.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's more like, it's a little something to sip on. Not saying that you have to, but I kind of understood at that moment. As where before then, I didn't have to have no alcohol.
Yeah.
Like, not saying it serves a purpose, but I felt like I can get with it. Yeah. And a little buzz sometime, good night, blah, blah, blah,
I think for me, sometimes it just kind of knocks the edge off.
Yeah.
Like if I'm in an environment where it's just a lot of people or a lot of chaos, I'm more susceptible to not being bothered by it if I have a little bit of liquid courage, if you will.
I was gonna say, like, it makes me reminding me of like going out just as a young thug. You know what I'm saying?
A young thug.
Nah,
if you actually believe the words that just came out of his mouth, then you should unsubscribe because wow.
No,
Wow.
it just reminded me of like those days where I'm like, I'm not enjoying this, but like it's kind of like you might as well drink because it's the only way you're gonna somewhat enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, I don't
But is
really
that
like.
bad though?
That is bad.
Yeah, like just don't go.
Just don't go or like leave.
Yeah.
So instead of leaving, it's just like, well, I'm gonna do what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
But we are all guilty of doing something because the crowd is doing it. Like we've all been there, and some of us, quite frankly, may still be there.
Exactly.
So I mean, do what you do. In my opinion, just be responsible. Even though we know everyone isn't responsible, but
Yeah.
can't be like Marcus Jordan, DUI,
Yeah.
coke possession.
We don't drink to get drunk. Wait, when was the first time you actually got drunk?
At Michigan, I had those. I had 13 shots.
13 shots?
Yeah,
Of what?
couldn't even tell you.
Oh my gosh, babe. That
Yeah.
is insane. What did you think, you were just alcohol invincible and couldn't
didn't.
get drunk?
I did. So I would look at
Because
people.
you're like that. You're the type
Yeah.
to be like, I'm not gonna get drunk, so
I was definitely on that.
Yeah, I already know.
Yeah, I was definitely
It's
on that.
ridiculous.
And I was definitely drunk, for sure. And I didn't drink again after that for like months. Not because I didn't even get sick. I just didn't. I was like, that was stupid.
Very-
And it didn't taste good. But it was just like, you're in college. This is what everybody else is doing. It was some pretty girls in the room. You kind of you following the crowd.
yeah.
So that's kind of what happened.
How old were
I
you?
drove. I might have been 21, 22. When did I start drinking? 22.
Yeah.
I
You
might
were
have been-
definitely of age by the time
Yeah, I
you
was of
started
age.
drinking.
Yeah, I might have been 22 or something like that.
Were you gonna say you drove?
I was driving. No, I
That's
didn't.
ridiculous, babe.
Yeah, yeah.
Very bad decision.
Thank God. Thank God that I was safe.
And everyone
And
else,
everyone
on the
else
road
was safe.
safe.
Actually, everyone else was not because of me, but I actually had to find a friend that night because that fool drove too.
Oh,
I had to go
Lord.
find this car. They had to carry him back. I left,
See?
departed them, who I was originally with, and I got a call. They like, well, he said only person that drive his car is you. By this time, I'm
my
sober, so I'm like, all right. I'm like, where's the car at? And they was like, we don't know. I'm like, okay, so where was the last place y'all were at? No one could answer my question, so. That's the other part to it too. It's like even if you don't drink or if you're typically like deemed the responsible one or something like that, it's just like, well, you should have the answers. We don't.
Oh my god.
But no, yeah, it was at Michigan. Those shots were crazy.
Yeah, I got.
I
drunk
do
for
remember it
the-
was like light alcohol.
Ew. I got
That's
drunk for the
nasty.
first time in high school. I was a senior.
High school?
Was I a senior or a junior? Yeah, I went to high school with a bunch of white girls, and they were crazy. And one of their parents went out of town for like the weekend, so they threw a party. And my mom knew the girls that I was with. And so she was like, you can go, but like you need to be back home by like in the morning because it was supposed to be a little sleepover or whatever. Ciao. Them girls had me taking shots and drinking. I don't even know what I was drinking. I didn't know how to drink at that point because I had never drank. It was Ciroc. I do know that they had Ciroc. And I literally threw up. Like I probably had like 2 or 3 shots maybe. And I threw up. I was like, this is what this tastes like? This is horrible. And I just remember sitting on the bathroom floor and my friend was like, just take baby sips of water, Aaron. You're going to be fine. And so she was like,
So
she
she
just
was
kept saying, baby sips, baby sips.
So she was a pro in high school.
Yes, they were pros. And after that, I didn't drink for like a while because I just hated how it tasted. I'm like, I cannot drink.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my first time. I do think it's good to like experience drinking with your child before you send them off.
Well, that was not a hard shift, but yeah.
Don't you?
No, I agree.
Well,
no, I
I
was
don't
saying
think
you
it was
kind
a
of
hard
just switched
shift
to.
because I'm just thinking
You're
about
saying
the
as
fact
that you drank.
yeah.
Well, okay, so when should you drink with your child? Because you drank in high school.
Yeah, but my parents didn't know.
I know. I'm saying. So
Oh.
when should you drink with your child?
I think in high school.
When in high school though? Because what grade were you?
I think I was a senior.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I knew of this. You must
Really?
didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
We probably
I
wouldn't
would
be sitting here
probably
today,
say
huh?
around 16, 17. See what they if that seems like something they are interested in. I think that has to be
Were
a
you interested in it
relationship.
though?
I think that needs to be a relationship though that has been cultivated so that your kids actually feel comfortable being like, "Ooh,
Like the
yeah,
other
I would be
kids,
interested in having a drink." If there were two, if we were at a family barbecue and there was a pitcher full of like a mixed sangria and then a fruit punch next to it, are you at 17 like, I should get a tiny little sip of this and see what it's hitting for? If that's the case, then I want you to tell me so that I can know that you have an interest in drinking, and we can talk about how to responsibly drink. Because if you're going to do it behind my back regardless, like, I'm not saying I'm just about to be pouring you up when we in the house and you about to have a glass of wine with me and you 17 years old. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that kids don't really know, like, how to call an Uber. They don't know how, like, especially in Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there are things that you should teach your children to be responsible if they're going to make the decision to drink, and how to responsibly choose where to take a drink from. Because, like, you're not about to be at Samantha's family grill or family, get together and be drinking at Samantha's house. Like, you don't know what's in that, what's in that drink. So that's all I'm saying. It's like, I feel like there are rules to it that, very conservative parents probably aren't willing to open up with their children about.
Amongst other things.
Yeah. So anyway, this was not even supposed to be the topic of the podcast. However, I did want to ask you. Well, actually, you asked me this.
I asked you this?
Yeah. Would I like to be able to read your mind?
Oh, no, I said that you probably would. I didn't ask what you want to.
Why on earth do you think I would want to read your mind?
I don't know. Probably know what I'm thinking. Simple.
Mm-mm. I already know what you be thinking.
What? What do I be thinking, babe?
You be thinking about me.
So why wouldn't you want to read my mind if I was only thinking about you?
Because I already know you thinking about me.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to be that in tuned with your thoughts. Like, because I'm sure. Like, I feel like if I saw, like, if we were walking down the street or if we're in the gym or something and you see a cute girl, she got a big old booty, and you're like, dang, she got a big old booty. I'm not going to want to hear you think that. Like, I just don't. Or, I don't know. There are certain things I just would rather not know. I feel like that's a very healthy boundary. Or if we're upset with each other, like, I don't want to hear whatever your negative thoughts about me could be. Like,
I can honestly say my negative
like,
thoughts aren't like negative to the point where they're like they wouldn't be damaging. It'd be like, what, you know me, it's like I won't say. I'm typically trying to think of a less raw way to say what I need to say.
Exactly. So then I would be hearing the raw way. I don't want to hear that. Because by the time it reaches your tongue, you've somewhat processed it and dialed it back ever so slightly. So I can't imagine if I actually heard the thought. Get somebody else to do it. Would you want to hear my thoughts?
Nah.
Why?
For what?
I have great thoughts.
No, you don't.
Yes.
You actually spew out too much of your thoughts already. I'm straight. If y'all,
You would be so confused.
bruh,
Oh my gosh.
literally, I don't even know if Erin thinks. I think she just talks. Like, I think it just comes out of her mouth.
Babe, I do think.
Not with some of the stuff that comes out. Like, she'll be like, babe, so I don't even know the examples are so crazy, I can't even regurgitate them.
Right. I be thinking, and I be thinking good stuff. Yes, I do. Okay, so we wouldn't read each other's minds.
Remember I told you, were we in high school or maybe early college? I was like, I'm not a mind reader.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Because you kept assuming that I should just know how to do 1, 2, and 3. I was like, well, I
Yeah.
can't read your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get it. There's I guess there's some type of thing where you kind of have to initiate things, but there's only so far you can go when you don't. You kind of got to share with the person a little bit.
Yeah.
I shouldn't know exactly what you like because I'm learning you. And at that point, I'm like, well, I can't read your mind. I don't know what you mad for. I didn't know you wanted to do this instead of what I decided to do.
Right.
So,
Well, do you think that the longer you get to know someone, you actually can read their mind?
no.
Like,
Not
do you
yours.
think now in where we are, you can actually read my mind?
No.
You don't?
Read
I
your mind?
think so. Yeah.
No, you know my tendencies. I know your tendencies.
Exactly.
Um,
So if I say, babe, where should we, or like, what's for dinner? I literally hate when we ask each other that because it's like, you know, I don't know, and I know you don't know.
mhm.
So like, why do we keep asking each other that? Anyway, if I'm like, babe, what's for dinner? What does that actually mean?
What does it actually mean?
Yeah, like, what am I actually thinking when I ask you that?
I don't know what you're thinking. Like, what would you say?
No, like, if it's 6:00 and I'm like, babe, what's for dinner? What am I actually saying?
Like, let's go get food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, let's go get something. I'm not cooking.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like it.
But that's not me reading your mind. 'Cause
That
I still
is
don't-
you reading my mind.
No, that's just me knowing, like, when you say this, that means at this time that we're probably going out to eat tonight. I don't know what you want to eat. I better figure it out, though. And then I have to list
But
out.
it's not really like you need to figure it out. It's more of a cue of, I don't know what we're eating. I don't feel like cooking. So let's together figure out what
It
we're
ain't
eating.
together. It is not.
It is. I don't necessarily put the full responsibility on you. I just want you to know that I'm not
I'm not
cooking.
saying that I act like you put the responsibility on me, but 90% of the time I better figure it out. Not because you're saying I need to, but it's just like you're never going to figure it out.
Babe, yes, I do.
And then I have to list out 50 restaurants before you choose one. And then you'll go back to the first one I listed. So
Cameron. So you don't think now, you think it's more of a tendency, like you're just,
I think
know the person.
I think when you understand and know what a person likes, then it may come across as you know what they're thinking, but they just simply like Chick-fil-A. So you're like, Chick-fil-A, oh, that's a good spot to go to. Well, I may have not been thinking that, but why not Chick-fil-A?
Okay, but what if I'm making a certain facial expression? Like maybe we're having a group conversation and you cut your eyes to me and I look a certain way and you're like, oh, I already know what she's thinking.
Because I may know what you potentially would say toward maybe a crazy statement or, I don't know what
Or
that
how
girl's
we
talking
say the
about.
same things at the same time.
That's not reading each other's mind though.
Babe,
That is not
I
reading.
really feel like it is.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
Okay, well, I get what you're saying. It's like we know each other so well that we now understand each other's patterns
Yeah,
more so than like I can actually read your mind.
exactly.
Okay, whatever. That's a less cute way of saying it, but okay, my last question. Would you get on a dating app?
No.
Why?
For what?
Okay, if you were to get on a dating app, what would your profile say?
Honestly, I don't even know. My Instagram profile barely says anything. So how would I put something on a dating site?
Okay, if it says like, in 3 sentences, explain what kind of guy you are.
I don't even know how to answer that.
Oh
In
my
3 short sentences.
Gosh.
I'm a Christian. I'm cool. I'm calm. I
Oh
guess.
my God. I'm a Christian. I'm cool. I'm calm.
That's just what came to my head.
Okay. Some woman might love that.
But see, that's the thing though. Like, I feel like I wouldn't say that I'm not super expressive. So I might fail on a dating app versus if I'm out in public and I may meet someone or whatever. Like if I open up my mouth, you're like, oh yeah, you would never expect that I'm not expressive, you know?
Yeah.
So me getting on a dating app is like it may be a dead end.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm just saying.
I would have
That's me
all
knowing
kinds of things in my bio.
Yeah, you know, yeah. I'm sure everybody would be trying to go after you.
And I would have great pictures traveling the world.
Maybe not everybody. I'm like, this girl is expensive.
Good. I ain't trying to get no broke man. Keep swiping if you can't afford me now. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I would have great restaurants. You need to have picky eater in yours.
Wait, so in a dating app, you can put all that?
Yeah, I think you can like write a little synopsis about who you are, probably what you're looking for in a partner or in a relationship.
We need to download a dating app and see what like it says.
That could be fun. And then swipe and match with each other. But them things cost, so ain't nobody trying to do that.
But I'm not, because
Do the
the
free
moment
trial.
no, never mind. That's stupid because if we actually made a profile and someone sees
will
it,
see it and be like, "Oh my God,
Yeah,
Aaron
nah.
on demand
yeah.
and Cameron on demand."
But they'd be like,
getting
why
a
are they?
divorce.
Yeah, like why are they both on this?
Right.
Saying that.
So yeah, no bad idea.
Yeah, someone actually made a I don't know which app it was. Aaron can't remember, but this was all the way in DC, and it was a picture from my high school, like 11th grade, I think, 11th to 12th grade. But we're grown out of college by this time, and Aaron's friend actually saw. She was on a dating profile. We need to ask her which app it was, and she was like, "Oh my God, what'd she say?"
Your man is on his dating app.
Y'all, I tell y'all right
Ain't
now, I
nothing
took
more
my
to
phone
say.
out. I went to the app store and I was like, look, this has never been downloaded. So
I was
no.
like, you have got to be kidding me. Like literally the pit of my stomach just sank. And I was like, what?
You brought it up real chill though. You was like, you on a dating app? I was like, no.
Yeah, because I'm like, I know this man is
But
not
the crazy
on a
thing
dating
is, like,
app.
I mean, I get it. Some guys may be that dumb. But in DC, like we're in DC, only person I know here is you and one other person. And the other person is a guy.
Right.
So like, and when would I not be with you when I was there?
Yeah.
Like, how would I even get away with being on a dating app? So that didn't even make sense.
Yeah.
I literally was staying at your place. So it may line up if I been staying like at a hotel or I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, but I was like, forget all that. I'm not about to go down the explanation. Look, never download it. And she was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That
like,
was the end of
whatever.
that. And the picture was literally from high school. And by this time we were how old? 20?
Yeah, we
3,
were
24?
like out of college.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know a lot of people who are on dating apps who have success. Some hate it, some love it. Like, I mean,
It's
I
just
don't know.
not. It's not my
just-
thing.
I feel like in today's world, though, if you're like really ready to find someone and you are just kind of not putting yourself in those environments, then it's kind of one of the only options, honestly. So,
Yeah, I'm not saying it don't work either. I'm just thinking about myself and
yeah.
like I just know that it wouldn't go over well with me.
We got to wrap.
Oh,
But yeah, I don't think I don't think I would do well on a dating app either.
yeah. I don't know. I think right place, right time. Find a girl that you may think you're interested in. And for me, I'd be trying to hopefully get a girl's attention somehow, some way, or maybe she already is trying to get my attention too. And if she do, cool. If she don't, just on to the next one. I guess that's
This
my
one,
swipe.
next 15 one
Come,
coming.
yeah.
Well, on that note, glad you're married.
Me too, for real. Shoot,
Oh shoot, me too.
it seemed like
Ooh,
a
Lord.
struggle.
Yeah.
But
All right.
yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
If you rock with me, then you rock with us. We'll see you on the next one.
Adios.